What's up, everybody? Well, I got another gameplay video for you guys today. Today we're going to be doing some Microsoft Flight Sim, and we're going to try at 4K. And I can already tell you this probably is not going to go very well, but I'm going to do it anyway because I've tested it for every other game, so we're going to test this. So with that said, let's get straight into it. Alright, starting off with 4K here. We're going to do low. I do not think 4K is going to run very well in this game, judging by how I've seen it run on the other resolutions, but still going to do it anyway. Alright. And that's good enough for that. We move on now. Alright. 4K low. I'm actually very impressed. We're actually getting 60 FPS. I figured even on low, right off the bat, we were going to be down to like 40 or something, kind of like on the Outriders. So, color me surprised. So yeah, and look at those frame times. How in the world is 4K the smoothest resolution out of all of them? It makes very little sense to me. I think I remember saying, like, at the beginning of this whole video series, when I did 1080p, I figured, I said, 4K is probably gonna run like crap. It's gonna run the, like, worst out of all of them. Like, I guarantee you the frames are gonna plummet down to, like, in the low 30s. Low to high 30s, probably, once we get to high and ultra. But still, at least right now, it's doing great. Very confused. Alright. Let's move to the cockpit.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
I don't know how to do that, lady, so I am not going to do that. I'm too busy making a video here.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet. RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Man, those clouds really do leave the big old shadows on the earth, don't they? Makes sense. Very realistic.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Alright now, we shall move on to camera. Alright, starting out 4K. Camera recorded here.
While maintaining 5,500 feet.
I'm actually surprised, even though this is only 4K low, I figured this was going to be a super stutter fest. But it's actually honestly probably the smoothest out of any of the Flight Sims videos that I've made so far. I mean, obviously that's subject to change. This is only low, like I said, but let's see. Let's go to the outside for a little bit.
Lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining
that. I just don't have a home key on my keyboard, and I didn't feel like bringing the other one down here just for pressing a button. So I figured, I'll just use the in-game camera thing.
Lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet. While maintaining 5,500 feet. Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Okay. Now let's go back into cockpit mode.
While maintaining 5,500 feet. Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Well, alright. I say it's time to move on to the next graphics setting, so let's go ahead and do it. Okay, moving on to medium here. 4K. Interested to see how it's going to do just by clicking it up to medium. Probably low to high 50s. Check out the settings. We'll just get to the bottom here real quick. And now on to that gameplay. Okay, now we're doing some medium. Our frames have obviously dropped. A little bit farther than I thought they were going to. I thought we were going to be in the 50s. We're already down into the 40s and high 30s already on. We're only on medium 4K. But I guess 4K is pretty taxing.
While maintaining 5,500 feet. Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Still pretty smooth though on the frame times. They're right around what they should be for getting the frames we're getting.
Go ahead,
We're not getting
lower your
like
RPM to
insanely
2,000
gigantic
while
spikes.
maintaining
At least
5,500
not
feet.
yet. At least like we were getting on like 1440p for example. We were getting some crazy spikes and at 1080p on the laptop. Man. This
Go
game
ahead,
never
lower
ceases
your
to
RPM
confuse
to
me.
2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Alrighty, we'll just do what we've done every other time real
Go
quick,
ahead,
and we'll
lower your
just
RPM to 2,000
look
while
around this
maintaining
cockpit area.
5,500 feet.
Still very, very trippy looking at the back of this thing while it's turning. Flight is still a very
Go
amazing
ahead,
thing.
lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet. Go
Alright,
ahead,
another look at the
lower
floor
your
on the
RPM to
instrument panel
2,000
real
while
quick,
maintaining
and then we will
5,500
move
feet.
on to camera. And alright, let's move on to camera. Alright, now I'm going to do camera recorded at medium.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining
Let's go
5,500
to
feet.
the external. There we go. How in the world is it that even though I'm getting really bad FPS, how is 4K the smoothest frame time? That makes like no sense at all. I was expecting this to be the stutteriest of them all, because I figured it wasn't going to be strong enough to do it, and it would stutter, but it's not strong enough to get 60, but we're getting pretty decent frame times considering the frames we're getting. So, I don't know what's going on with this game. This game's an odd game.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while
So maybe there is hope to just sit there and fill with settings so you get it working, but still, not impressed with the way that this laptop handles this game at all. Not even a little. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still impressed it can play it halfway decently, like, at FPS for a sim. Alright, let's go into the interior now. Look out the front real quick.
Lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
And I swear later on to like the whole rest of the night I'm gonna be hearing everything that this lady said over and over and over again.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
No. No. I'm going to keep going around in circles and showing people how the game runs. I'm not even going to attempt to learn how to play this game.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
At least not right now. Maybe later, but not right now. This is way out of my league of expertise.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2,000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Alright, let us move on to high. Okay, now we're doing high. Cool, rendering quality, as you can see, is set to high end. Okay, just quickly gonna look at all these. And now we are going to get into the gameplay.
The
Okay,
aircraft's nose
now
is positioned
high
under the
4K,
horizon, and cruise power is
and
at
we're in the
2300
low to
RPM.
mid 30s, and I haven't even moved the camera yet.
Try to reduce power to
And
2000 RPM while maintaining 5500
This
feet.
is starting to look pretty choppy now, but that might just be the way 30 FPS is. I don't like 30 FPS in the first place, but honestly, I still think it's better than the same setting on some of the other resolutions, so I still think that's kind of funny.
5500 feet.
Once we get to Ultra, if Ultra is still like about the same, we're doing much better frame time wise on Ultra, or on Ultra, but on 4K than in the other setting. I just don't get that.
Lower your RPM
I know I
2000
probably sound like a
while
damn broken record by
5500
now, but
feet.
it's just mind-boggling. It does look absolutely gorgeous, though.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5500 feet.
Alright, let's move into the cockpit view now. And if you're wondering why I bring that screen up, it's because I don't have the key you need on my laptop keyboard. I didn't bring the keyboard over, figuring I wouldn't need it, and then I started recording and I was like, oh, I don't have that key. But then I remembered that's what the little thing up there is for.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5500 feet. Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5500 feet.
Alright, look at instruments. And some seats.
Go ahead, lower your RPM
And now
to
we move the
2000
gameplay,
while
or the
maintaining-
camera.
Alrighty. Now we're on high. Let's get out to the external view like we've been doing.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000.
High has definitely got a little bit more stutter on the frame time, but we're still doing better than any of the other resolutions. I do not understand this at all.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5500 feet.
Oh, there we go. That was some chug.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5500 feet. Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while
Alright,
maintaining
let's look behind
5500
ourselves now a little bit. And alright, let's get ourselves up into the cockpit here now.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5500
Got
feet.
the front windshield here. And I'm not gonna lie, these things down here remind me of the little thing in the DeLorean and Back to the Future. Alright, let's look out this window for a little bit.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining
Alright,
5500
now
feet.
let's look out the back a little bit. Down at the floor of the back a little.
Go ahead, lower your RPM to 2000
Alright, let's
while
look at the
maintaining
gauges a little
5500
bit.
feet.
And finish off by looking down at the seat area and floor. And alright, now we can move on to Ultra.
Alright. Now we just gotta do Ultra. So we'll just look at the settings right quick. And I'm wondering if it can stay above 30 or if it's gonna be more in like the 20 to 25 range. Well, we'll find out in a second, won't we? Alright.
Power is at 2300
Now.
RPM.
Well, we are doing Ultra, and we're under 30. It seems like, oh no, mid to high 20s so
Try to
far.
reduce power
But we
to
haven't moved
2000
the camera
RPM
yet.
while maintaining 5500 feet.
Well,
RPM
it
to
definitely
2000
looks good,
while
but
maintaining
definitely
5,500
does
feet.
not have good frames. 26 FPS is crap no matter how you cut it.
Go ahead.
But this
Lower
goes
your
to show you
RPM
you
to
might be able to
2000
put
while
ultra
maintaining
terrain on
5,500
and then
feet.
like cut back on some other stuff and just make the stuff you want to look good. But I still don't think you're getting good settings at 4K on
Go
this.
ahead. Lower your
But
RPM to
again, I don't
2000
think too
while
many people are
maintaining
expecting to.
5,500 feet.
I'm mostly just doing this for fun. And to cover all my bases. I mean, if I've got all these different monitors, I might as well use them.
Go ahead. Lower your RPM to 2000
Alright, into the
while
cockpit we
maintaining
go now.
5,500 feet.
Man, you can see the shine on the steering wheels and everything.
Go ahead. Lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5,500 feet. Go ahead. Lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Alright, just quick look over here again. Now we can look down at the seats like we did every other time, just
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Lower
And then
your
we will move
RPM
on the
to
camera now.
2000
Alright,
while
and last but not
maintaining
least, we are in
5,500
ultra quality. Still smoother than most of the other resolutions at the same. So, yeah, that definitely kind of owned me. I thought this was going to be the stutteriest one of them all. I am quite pleasantly surprised. We're still not getting the highest frames by any means, but frame time wise, we're doing a million times better than most of the other resolutions. And let's see, hopefully my camera can make it. We're down to 25% battery. And this thing sucks up the juice like crazy when recording at 4K 60 FPS. And it doesn't really have that much of a big of a battery either, so it's kind of like a sports car. Really powerful engine, and then a really small gas tank. I think we can do it, and I still gotta do my outro too, but I still think we can do it without running out of batteries.
Go ahead. Lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
This game definitely does look pretty. Alright, let's hop on into the cockpit view here. We'll start by looking out at the
Lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining
outside the window
5,500
here.
feet.
Very, very
Go
detailed.
ahead. Lower your RPM
I'm
to
very impressed
2000
now that I'm
while
looking at this at
maintaining 5,500
4K.
feet.
Yeah, the frames aren't very impressive, but damn, the detail is very impressive.
Go ahead. Lower your RPM to 2000 while maintaining 5,500 feet.
Oh yeah. Let's get the gauges a little bit again. Almost looks like you're sitting in a real plane.
Go ahead. Lower your RPM to
Alright,
2000
we'll finish
while
off by
maintaining
looking at the
5,500
seats again
feet.
real quick. And now, since we're short for time on battery, let's just wrap this video up now. Well, alright, that just about wraps up this video. It actually was smoother at 4K than any of the other resolutions. That was very peculiar. Don't really know what's up with that, but hey, I'll take it. Even though it didn't do the best in the frame rate department, it did alright in the frame time department. But still, not very impressed with the way this laptop handled this game at all. So, if you're hoping to play nothing but flight sim on it, unless you feel like fiddling with the settings and taking a chance, I don't know. I might look for a different laptop. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed these flight sim videos. And until the next one, peace out, guys.